of a famous actor, but I don't use that tag anymore because you yourself is a person, yourself is an actor, right? What's your name means?
Sirish? Sirish actually means sensitive. I actually curse my parents for giving me such a name. But now I learned to accept it because it's quite unique. Sirish is not a very familiar name. But I've made peace with it. I kind of like my name now.
Okay, how sensitive are you?
Pretty sensitive. But that time what they meant was not emotional sensitivity, physical. I used to be very fair as a kid. So even if they held me, I used to become pink. Or even if for 1 minute if they got me into the sun, I used to become red. So that's why they named me Sirish. But I turned out to be emotionally, while growing up also, slightly sensitive person.
Apart from what we heard, you are a fan of cricket. You are a big fan of cricket, I've heard so.
Cricket, yeah.
What was the feeling that went through when Sachin Tendulkar retired?
When Sachin, we were prepared for it from quite some time. I think he let us know that it is his coming to an end. So we were kind of prepared for it. So it was not a shock, but I really felt emotional during his last speech. During his last speech, the
Wankhede Stadium.
Yeah, Wankhede Stadium, this. I felt really like shit, it's an end of an era. It's coming to the end of an era. But I luckily feel Indian cricket is in safe hands. And I think Virat Kohli has kind of taken over where Sachin left from. And I'm right now a big fan of Kohli.
Okay, when you were launched into movies, your biggest hindrance, maybe your biggest thing was, you had a big brother who was already a superstar in the movie. You'll be always compared with that person. How did you manage to sneak away all those things and establish yourself?
So the first, what I chose to debut in is a message-based art house movie, Gauravam. It was produced by Prakash Raj sir, and it was directed by Radha Mohan, who's made many critically acclaimed message-based films. So the fact that I chose that itself, people have put me in a different slot that he's not going to be like his brother. I made those kind of films. And I'm not as good a dancer as him. He's a way superior dancer.
You were expecting that question, right?
Yeah. Naturally. And why not? If it is somebody's brother, if somebody is good at something, we'll naturally expect the sibling or the son to have similar stuff. I do dance, but not to his level. And let me put it this way, that my strengths are slightly different from his strengths. Yeah. So I choose different scripts, not the regular out-and-out commercial ones. I go for slightly off-center scripts and all that. So that way we're kind of poles apart.
Okay. You came from a renowned production company. Everyone knows your name, your family's name, your father's name. Everyone knows that. Was that thing a difficult part or a good part?
About?
Being launched from a big production company.
I wasn't launched by my father. I was launched by Mr. Prakash Raj.
No, I told that tag as that.
The tag comes with heavy expectations. So you always have to deliver to people's expectations or their idea of what you are supposed to be doing versus what you want to do. But let me be very clear and very upfront. It is a bonus, it is luck, it is God's blessings to be born in a family where everything comes to you the way you want it. There might be expectations, there might be some criticism or whatever this, that if you don't deliver and all of that. But the downside, but that the upside is compared to the downside is so much. Because so many people I see are really struggling for an opportunity in films despite having all the talent and looks and everything. But so getting an opportunity itself is a huge thing. So you shouldn't complain that this, I don't want this, I can't take and all of that. So I treat it like a part of a whole package, and I consider myself blessed that I come from a family of actors and my dad is a big producer.
Okay. Then we'll talk about your new movie, Yodha. What do you have? 97. What do you have to tell about the movie experience as such?
Experience, it's great. It's one of the best experiences in my life because we've all seen war films and we don't usually make such films in India to be a part of such films. So first thing that got me excited was a war film. And we didn't shoot it in studios. We went to real army base camp location in Suratgarh, Rajasthan. So we've shot it there with real tankers. Some of the soldiers were real and real explosions. The explosions are not computer generated.
Oh, exactly.
We had real petrol bombs exploding on the set, the mud hitting us and people flying and all that. So it actually gave us a feel of the war. It actually gave us a feel of the war. So it was one of my most memorable experiences in life.